Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More. We're at the Little Laundromat Car Wash Apartment and Shop again. I mentioned it before, but yes, it's Fun Car Friday and a rainy Fun Car Friday, but my truck was stolen. I still don't have it back yet. And so we took the Diablo, which has all-wheel drive, so it's sort of not really made for this weather. But the laundromat's not bad. It was so dirty last week, so we'll see how much money's in the change machine. And that'll give us an idea of how much money's in here. And we'll track all that and have our sales chart and talk about anything crazy happening here. Did not have my Insta360 camera with me because I forgot it with all the craziness going on. But I still have my phone, so slightly different video this week than normal, but I think it still will work. And boy, that machine is being loud. We have it bolted down, but man, that is making some noise. So let's see us in the change machine and if we're going to have a good or bad week. Now, I do have my phone, so I can actually use my flashlight to show you what it looks like in here. And that's actually pretty good. There's quarters in there, but I normally fill it all the way up to the top of that extra filler thing. And that's what that thing is meant for, is to give you more quarters. So there's a decent amount of cash in here, so hopefully there's a decent amount of money in the machines. Never know for sure. There is a pool hall that is recently opened across the street, so it could be that they're all coming over just to get my quarters to play pool. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully they're spending the money in the washers and dryers. Now, this laundromat is for sale. Haven't had any real updates lately, no offers. Still have people asking me about it, calling about it. I'm showing it, but no, nothing super good. And I'm not in a rush to sell it. I'm not trying to fire sale it. But so if someone gives me the right price, I would sell it. That's our second change machine. It didn't get much use, which is okay with me, because it only takes dollars, and it's a much bigger pain to fill up. So, yeah. Now let's see what we've got in the dryers. So that's not bad. I say this every week, but you know, it's nothing compared to my other laundromat, which is bigger in a bigger city. We'll have much fuller coin boxes there. But this one, you know, is relatively speaking a decent amount of quarters in there. I think it's better than last week. And last week wasn't awful. There was a week before that was pretty bad, but that was pretty bad. But that one machine kind of in the middle bottom never gets used very much. That's okay there too. Let's see what's here. I think part of the problem too is a lot of people maybe who are interested in this business or they want a laundromat specifically. This isn't your traditional typical laundromat with lots of machines and big machines and tons of dryers. It's very small town. So your typical laundromat owner probably wouldn't want this. But if you were in the town and wanted just a business to supplement your income and make some extra money that really doesn't take a ton of work and time, it would be perfect for you. So we haven't really found that person yet. Maybe they will move into town soon. Who knows? Or maybe they want a real small laundromat and a shop and a little car wash, and they're willing to move here and live here because of this opportunity to have that. That could be it too. And there's a good amount of money in there. And that first machine had been pulling air codes, but nothing there. Oh, that one is off. 2 quarters. I need to check that out and see what's going on. I mean, nobody should mess with my breakers. I mean, it's possible. No, breakers are all on. It could be somebody unplugged it, or it could have another problem too. So we'll see. I'm really short on time today, so I'm not sure I'll be able to fix that one or look at it today, but we'll see if I can fit it in. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. And we've still got some of our top loaders down there. Yeah. Of course, with the one machine down and not working, the other coin boxes should be fuller than normal since you've got, you know, more laundry crammed into fewer machines. Still, that little old baby washer gets its use. People keep using it. Other top loader. Oh, there's quite a bit in that one too. Our one really good week was when both of these top loaders were not working. And I still want to run an experiment and do that again and see what happens if we force everybody to use the front loaders, which are a little more expensive. Maybe I'll do that soon. We'll see. Of course, we're going to check the car wash. Weather this week has been fairly nice. Today is pretty rainy and chilly. Yesterday was nice, but there was some rain in the evening. The rest of the week's been okay. So it'll be interesting to see how much is in here. We didn't have like any real storms, if you have, except for today and last night. But if you've got, snow or rainstorms, then people's cars get dirty and then they need to go wash them. So could be that we have less coming in here. You can see we had cannibalized that hose for the sprayer because our other one broke. Let me do this so I don't dump quarters all over the ground. That's an okay amount, but less than last week. Last week we had over $100. That might have been a record. So we will see what we got with the car wash first. And I don't have a bucket. I'm just going to dump quarters. There we go. My bucket magically appeared. I was just going to dump quarters everywhere. Thank you, bucket. $149 from the car wash. So that's, like I said, a third of what we had last week. That's quite a bit lower. This is the dryer money. We want to see at least $400 out of it, which is $100, but hopefully more. There's 400. Not bad. And then we will do the top loaders. That money right there, which usually has like a fourth of the front loader money. We want to get to at least 800, but that's for both of them combined, not just the front loaders, because that's like $50 right there. I'm at 800 quarters though, which is $200. And again, I mentioned in my other larger laundromat video from yesterday, but nice to have my change counter back from my stolen truck. I did recover the truck, but it's still getting worked on at Ford because they cut the GPS out of it and some other stuff we just found out. So at least I was able to get my stuff back. That's cool. And we're going to hit 800. In fact, there's 900, so that's not bad either. All right, now let's put it together in the chart, and we'll see what we have. I've had this almost 2 years. That's crazy. I remember saying I've had this almost a year, and that was crazy. And that doesn't seem like that long ago, but apparently it was about a year ago. So I thought I sped up this chart, but I feel like it's going slow. Purchases, actually from YouTube. Someone who watched my videos, they had a relative who was looking to sell this, and they contacted me. And they'd contacted me a year or two before I actually ended up buying it and said they're thinking about selling it. Nothing happened, and they contacted me again and said, okay, now they're really serious about selling it. Ended up buying it, and it's been interesting, that's for sure. It's been fun. I've learned a lot. It helped me get my other laundromat because I was looking for machines to buy for this one and found that other one that was... The owner of the building wanted to just get rid of everything, make it an office space. Said, no, let me run this laundromat instead. And so I just leased it from him. And I would not have gotten that opportunity without this laundromat. So that was cool. So if anybody's looking to buy this laundromat, maybe think about that. This could lead to other opportunities that you don't even know about that could be amazing. So this is... God, I might as well start putting the year on the dates up there. But, yeah, that's this last fall, right? I think so. And really, it's a good time for someone to buy it because things have been improving and getting better and better if you keep watching the numbers. Now, I mean, ignore those weeks right there. That was a weird anomaly. But just look at the big numbers. There you go. There's a good one. That was a record. There you go. There's another record. That was in January. Almost a record. Another record. Look at that one. That was awesome. Back in February. I think that was the one where our top loaders weren't working. There you go. So, 374, definitely on the lower end of what we've been doing, but still not bad compared to what it was before when I first bought it and even that whole first year. We'll see what happens the next few weeks, but it's getting used. People haven't been complaining about things not working. Obviously, I need to figure out that one that isn't reading anything, but that's really the first issue or problem we've had there in a while, so that's good too. All right, we'll have more updates on this next week. We have some hoses and some different stuff to work on the car wash because those are very old and brittle, so ordered a bunch of hose, can replace all the hose, and then going to replace the swinging arm thing. It kind of broke a little bit on the car wash as well. It still works, it just doesn't swing like it should, so we got a replacement for that as well. So that should make that car wash work better. And thought about getting the other one working too. I mean, that could be something we do as well, because a lot of buyers do ask about that and why it's not working and how much it would cost. I'm like, it would just take a few $1,000s, so as me selling the property, maybe it would be smart for us to do that. But as you know, I have a few things going on, and that's not quite way up there on the priority list at the moment. All right, thank you for watching. We'll have the flips, rentals, liquor store, other laundromat videos all coming too. Hope you have an amazing day.